You know, ever since this Batman movie came out last week, it really changed the world of how they viewed the Batman films. But apparently, this movie completely blew every single DC movie out of the water. And I have to say, this was by far the perfect Batman film ever done. But get this, the Blu-ray DVD release date, since it's going to be revealed, we're going to talk about it right now. Warner Bros. Is hard at work expanding its slate of superhero content both in and out of the DC extended universe. The studio's last effort comes with Matt Reeves' The Batman, which is finally in theaters after seemingly countless delays over the past couple of years. With Robert Pattinson taking on the leading role, fans are all in on this new version of Gotham City. Thus far, the film has set an impressive amount of success from a critical standpoint, even though the numbers for its opening weekend at the box office won't release for a few days. Pattinson leads the way with a new up-and-coming take on the Batman, as he tackles a Gotham City plagued by crime, thanks to Paul Dano's Riddler and Colin Farrell's Penguin, among others. To be honest with you, Colin Farrell's The Penguin was easily the best part about this movie. And so was the Riddler. Both characters were really entertaining, and they just made this movie so watchable, in my honest opinion. And I think, to me, both Paul and Colin made both villains pop right out of a comic book. And just picture yourself reading an audiobook featuring the Batman movie version. And you can picture reading a comic book and just hearing their voices in your head each time you read each page, each layout. But you know what? I'm just glad that the movie is doing very well in the box office, because I predicted it when I saw this trailer a few years ago. But the way it looked, of how dark and gruesome this is, even though it's a PG-13 movie, it should have been rated R. That's my honest opinion. But regardless, this movie is by far the perfect Batman movie that every fan needs to check out. Let's continue. Coming in with a massive budget and high expectations, The Batman seems to be quite a hit with immediate aftermath of its release, which should only continue over the coming weeks. On top of this, fans already have another date to look forward to for the movie, the day it will be available for purchase via physical media. Now, what that means is that it's going to end up coming out with Blu-ray and regular DVD set. And can you imagine them coming out with the Stella Burke, the Stella Burke DVD cover? Like how those hard DVD covers be. I have the Stella version of the movie DVDs be looking like the Mortal Kombat and the 2017 Power Rangers movies DVD box sets be looking. Imagine how the Batman version is going to end up looking like. I will bet you it would have made so much money in home video releases. Imagine that. Let's continue. The Batman's Blu-ray release schedule. British website Zavi revealed that the Blu-ray disc for the Batman is scheduled to release on June 13, 2022. Included was a promo image of Robert Pattinson's hero underneath the title card with his Batmobile parked behind him, a Gotham City backdrop. Wow. So they're pretty much just giving us and providing us with all of this information with the Batman DVD, with the photos of Robert Pattinson's Batman's costume underneath, and with the Gotham City title drop. That's incredible. Now I'm ready for June 13th to come. And it's funny because they put the Blu-ray DVD set schedule on the day the slaves were free. So it kind of makes sense. And bizarre at the same time, at the same time for them to do something different like this. Let's continue. With the Batman only having come out in theaters this past week, it's a bit of a surprise to see a Blu-ray release date listed so soon after that debut. But looking at the actual date, it tracks well with the past few years of home media release in relation to when the movies originally debuted in theaters. MCU fans are currently waiting for Blu-ray releases for Spider-Man No Way Home. Shout out to No Way Home. Best movie ever. Go check it out. Which will come in April after the movie first came to theaters in mid-December 2021, which was last year. On the DC side, Zack Snyder Justice League came out on Blu-ray in September 2021, following its March debut on HBO Max, even though that film was a streaming-only release. Given the timing for the Batman, this report indicates that the movie will be available via home release just over there months after its theatrical debut, which tracks similarly to other superhero movies. It really drives me crazy to hear that these Zack Snyder fans are continuing to talk trash about Robert Pattinson's Batman and how Ben Affleck's Batman is the best and that they want him to come back as Batman. I feel like there's so many people out there that will still continue to talk about the Snyderverse. Hashtag restore the Snyderverse. Who cares about the Snyderverse? This is the Batman we're talking about. And yet people in their right mind is so programmed and toxic to the point where you just want to leave Twitter. Because Twitter is the worst. Let's continue. This disc set will unquestionably come with behind-the-scenes features, interviews. This disc set will unquestionably come with behind-the-scenes features, interviews, and more looks into the movies, which should be plenty of material considering the film's nearly 3-hour runtime for now, as fans wait to enjoy the movie from the comfort of their own homes. The theaters will be packed as Pattinson's DC debut shines on the big screen. Can we be honest? Can we all agree on one thing? That, the Batman is such a better movie than the previous Batman films. I'm just being honest. Because even though this is based on the year one Batman graphic novel, and Matt Reeves has done an amazing job of capturing the spirit of the Batman, the tone, the visuals, everything about it is just so perfect. Like, you cannot go wrong with it. So I'm looking forward to June 13th, the day that the slaves were freed, and that the day that the movie, the Blu-ray DVD set, will come out. Now, I don't have that much money on me right now, but if I did, I would have bought this movie out of my own pockets. So make sure y'all be on the lookout for my unboxing of the Batman DVD. whether it's Blu-ray or regular DVD release. So if y'all enjoyed this video, let me know in the comments down below, and I will see you in my next content.